our last online pop-up, which is our virtual worship service, we got together on Zoom to hang out because not only do we want to worship together, we also want to spend time together talking and laughing and sharing life with each other. So at this particular Zoom, I had invited a special young lady. Her name is Carmen, and she joined our Zoom hangout. And as soon as she entered, the members of DC campus just loved on her and made her feel welcome and made her feel as part of the family immediately. Now, listen to this. A few weeks prior, her aunt had actually reached out to me via Instagram. Her aunt actually lives in another state. And her aunt told me that she felt impressed by God to reach out to me because she realized that we were a loving and welcoming church, the kind of church her niece needed. Because her niece hasn't been going to church, hasn't been to church in a very long time and was afraid to go back. So she gave me her niece Carmen's information, and that's when I reached out to Carmen and invited her to our pop-up and to our Zoom hangout. But after the Zoom hangout, I made sure to reach out to Carmen and set up a Zoom chat, just me and her. And I got to know her, she got to know me, and she started telling me her story and how difficult life had been for her, even at a very young age. And she told me the reason why she was afraid to go back to church. And it was because she didn't want to be judged or criticized or rejected because she was a single mom. So I assured her that we loved her and that we welcomed her and loved her baby, and she was part of the family already. And the beautiful thing that she told me was that she wants to dedicate her baby in church. Isn't that awesome? And also wants to be baptized. Amen. So I celebrated with her. I was so excited for her. And now we are planning to have her baby dedication and the baptism on the same day outdoors, so her family and friends can come and celebrate with her this beautiful special day. Now, this is just one story out of many that I could share with you of people who were not going to church or who were not connected with the church or afraid to go back to church, but have joined our hangout or have been part of our e-group or now part of our launch team to help plant this church in Washington, D.C. So today, I'm going to share with you some of the things we do. How can we reconnect and reclaim former members? Number one, love them. Yes, love them and let them know you love them through the messages you post on social media. Remember, Carmen's aunt was following us. She saw what we had posted. The messages from your pulpit. When you speak up against discrimination and social justice, that lets them know you are willing to speak up for them as well. The kind of organizations you partner with by creating a safe space where people can talk and share their stories, their experiences, and still feel loved. Let them know that you love them in the way you talk and the way you carry yourself. Because honestly, you're not going to know who is going to be watching you or following you. Remember, just like Carmen's aunt. Because they want to make sure that your church is a safe place, that your church is loving and welcoming before they even reach out to you, before they even connect with you. Before they even ask you to reach out to someone who hasn't been attending church. So please make sure to let people know you love them in all the many different platforms that you have. Number two, identify them. Look for them. You got to try to remember who are the people not attending church right now. Go online through social media. Go through your online contacts, your online friends, and who are their friends that are not attending church. Go through your phone contacts, your directory, your email list. Ask people around you to give you names of people who are not connected with a church. Ask your colleagues, your elders, your leaders. Maybe they have kids or know people who have left the church and no one has reached out to them. Another thing you can do to bring people so they can get to know each other and you can find people who haven't attended church in a while is have events, social events, where people feel more comfortable attending because it's not a church setting. Right now we're planning an outdoor Zumba class. at the National Mall in Washington, D.C., which is a great moment for our members to invite their friends. And at this event, we want to make sure that we're, connecting with them and get to know them and start building those relationships. So because we got to be intentional. We can't miss out on the opportunity to connect with people and let them know we truly love them. So when you see them, you got to be excited, all right? Now with social distancing, air hugs, or air high fives. Let them know you're happy that you saw them, that they're there, that that they're with you and enjoying this social event, and make them feel part of the family right from the beginning. Because honestly, names will begin popping up, names will be brought before you. And if you ask God to help you be aware of those who are not attending church, He will help you and connect you with those people. And when you get a name, when you find someone who is no longer attending church or hasn't been going to church for a while, you got to make sure to do number 3, follow up. Yes, you need to take time to follow up, to reach out to them. You can't just be excited when you see them the first time and that's it. You have to follow up. You have to text them, call them, set up Zoom chats like I did with Carmen, or FaceTime them, send them an email and get to know them. So you can't just invite them to church, but you got to authentically build a relationship with them. And please, not just one message and you're done. One message does not help build a relationship. It's got to be continuous. So with Carmen, after she came to our Zoom hangout, I made sure to follow up with her, of course through the Zoom chat, but also just texting her to make sure that she knows I'm here for her, telling her that I'm praying for her, sending her love, just to see how she is doing, not just to invite her to our events. And she has shared with me how she is mentoring a group of young ladies through soccer. She's a coach, she's training them, and how one of the girls in her soccer team has gotten better grades because she has taken the time to influence and mentor these beautiful young ladies. I responded, "Congrats, Carmen, this is awesome. I see how God is working through you and blessing you." So I'm encouraging her and empowering her, not just inviting her to church, but also letting her know I value her as a person. I'm interested in what she loves and what she's doing, and that I see God working through her as well. So make sure to follow up, all right? Follow up, not just one message, but continue to build that relationship. Number 4, engage with them. Invite them to come to church, to your small group, to your social event, to your hangout, to your gathering. Remember, after you followed up, and they know you're interested in them, invite them. Ask them to be a part of what you're doing. Because once they feel a part of the church family, they want to be involved and they want to participate. If not, they're just going to be bystanders watching and could possibly leave again. Because if there's no purpose, no reason to stay if you're not part of something, helping to build something or be a part of a family. So make sure that you engage with them. You see, there's a girl I invited to be a part of our church family. But I also invited her to be a part of the praise team. She loves to sing and she has an amazing voice. But at first she was hesitant because she had gone to a few churches that literally took her off the platform because she was not spiritual enough. And they even at times, at one point, they rejected her and told her she couldn't participate because she was a bad influence. No wonder she left the church. Church, we got to be careful, all right? The things we say and the things we do. And it has taken her time to heal, to feel comfortable in church again, and to realize that not all churches are the same. We should all be loving and welcoming and mean it. It's taking her time to heal because she was traumatized. She had religious PTSD, and it does exist. But I haven't given up on her, and she has been one of our most faithful members and calls DC campus her home church. So please don't give up on people, and don't wait for them to have it all together to engage them. Don't go scrolling through the social media to see if they're Christian enough to participate. Just get them involved, engage them. The sooner you do that, the sooner they will return. So, how do we reconnect and reclaim former members? Number one, love them by loving them, truly loving them, and not just by words. Number 2, identifying them. Take the time to look for them and ask people to help you connect with people who may not be attending church. Number 3, follow up. Be intentional in reaching out to them and actually getting to know them, having that authentic relationship. And number 4, engaging them. Don't hesitate to invite them to participate so they can truly know what it means to be a part of a family that loves them. There are many karmas out there afraid that they're going to be judged and criticized when they come back to church. So they don't. Many people with religious trauma who were hurt by the church, who avoid going to church. But they need to know that they are loved and accepted. That church is a place for them. That there is no checklist to be a part of a loving church. So if you want to reconnect and reclaim people, love them. Identify them. Follow up with them. And engage them. And soon they will be calling your church home.